Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Doc and Queenie Bible Trivia. Good evening, Queenie.
Good evening, Doc. It is such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's Thursday. It's winter. It's closer and closer to spring. It was 50-ish today in Kansas City. I don't think we could ask for a better day. What about you?
You know, I was grateful that it was a little bit warmer because I was outside filming some videos and that wind. But the sun was shining and it was a beautiful day. Yes, I agree.
I'm glad to hear that. It is so fun to be, first of all, with our faithful friends on purpose and to be able to literally travel around the globe with all the technology we have available now for networking and growing our businesses and things like that. And I love being able to see our faithful friends on purpose out in some of these platforms. And it's just super fun for me. It's almost like being able to be together when we're not physically together, but we get to be together on a networking setting. So we have this platform too.
Yes, I agree with you. The other day we had a networking function and there were a whole bunch of people from Kansas City too, and that was fun. So
That is fun. I love things like that.
Yeah,
I
same
seriously
here.
do. I thought tonight, if it's okay with you, that I have been, let's say, experiencing an increased need for wisdom in our country, in our world, and certainly in our maybe daily lives, if you will. And what better book to read from than Proverbs? What do you think?
That sounds fantastic, Queenie. I am ready for Proverbs. Are we going to start at the beginning?
I think so, because obviously most people end up in Proverbs 31 woman. So let's start at the beginning and see if that works for us as far as almost leading up to how the Proverbs 31 woman came to be. So we will start with chapter 1.
Okay, can I cheat and see who's on here?
Oh, sure. Absolutely, totally. They have to respond first. That's number one. But yes, you certainly can on our Facebook page if that works for you. And maybe if we show up too, that would be fun, kind of good.
Okay, we are on there, so that's good.
That's all we need to know. And if it works that we're live and all systems go, then that is great.
All right, we just have to wait for oh my gosh, my phone responded right like it's a good day.
That's all we have to worry about now is technology.
All right, Proverbs 1, number 1.
These are the words of David, Solomon, Moses, or Jonah. These are the words of David, Solomon, Moses, Jonah.
That is Proverbs 1, verse 1, which reads, the Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel.
Solomon it is. He was this man's son. Ezra, David, Solomon, Ahab. He was this man's son. Ezra, David, Solomon, Ahab.
Well, that would be Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1 again. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel.
Proverbs 1 it is. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise God, the godly, wisdom and instruction, or prosperity. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise God, the godly, wisdom and instruction, prosperity.
Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. And hello, Debbie Miller.
Nice. Hello, Debbie Miller. It is. If sinners entice thee, make excuses, hide yourself, consent not, or follow them. If sinners entice thee, make excuses, hide yourself, consent not, or follow them.
That is Proverbs 1, verse 10. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. I do believe I'm in KJV.
You can kind of tell, right?
Yeah, these and those and thous.
Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, rabbit, fish, or dog. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, rabbit, fish, or dog.
Proverbs 1, verse 17. For in vain is a net spread in the sight of any bird.
This cries in the streets. Children, the hungry, the homeless, or wisdom. This cries in the streets. Children, the hungry, the homeless, or wisdom.
Proverbs 1:20. Wisdom cries aloud in the street, in the markets she raises her voice.
She asks, how long will you love ourself, simplicity, your money, your parents? She asks, how long will you love ourself, simplicity, your money, your parents?
Proverbs 1:22. How long, O simple ones, will you love being simple? How long will scoffers delight in their scoffing and fools hate knowledge?
Ignorance, that's a good word. Because she has called and you have refused, she will do this when you have calamity. Laugh, cry, help you, take it from you. Because she has called and you have refused, she will do this when you have calamity. Laugh, cry, help you, take it from you.
That looks like Proverbs chapter 1, verse 26. I will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when terror strikes you.
This version says, when fear cometh. Isn't that amazing when it would be terror strikes you? That sounds tumultuous at best.
Yes.
The prosperity of fools shall help them prosper the world, confound the wise, or destroy them. The prosperity of fools shall help them prosper the world, confound the wise, or destroy them.
Oh, and I've already lost. Let's see. What verse are we looking at now? I can't find it.
Okay, uno second.
I was doing so well.
No, and I was just going to say that. I think Debbie's with us tonight, and definitely it looks like Calvin and Donna have joined us.
Awesome.
This is Proverbs 132.
Okay. Proverbs 132. For the simple are killed by their turning away, and the complacency of fools destroys them.
Those who listen to wisdom are fools, shall be destroyed, shall dwell safely, shall fall. Those who listen to wisdom are fools, shall be destroyed, shall dwell safely, shall fall.
Proverbs 1, verse 33. But whoever listens to me will dwell secure and will be at ease without dread of disaster.
Okay, so here you go. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Wowza, I would have had to use an interpreter for that one. That's the end of chapter 1, Doc.
Okay, I cannot help but see what it sounds like in the message, at least for this chapter. What do you think, Queenie?
Oh, absolutely. I think the message is great.
Be interesting to see how this comes out in the regular language. Wise sayings of Solomon, a manual for living. These are the wise sayings of Solomon, David's son, Israel's king, written down so we'll know how to live well and right, to understand what life means and where it's going. A manual for living, for learning what's right and just and fair, to teach the inexperienced the ropes and give our young people a grasp on reality. There's something here also for seasoned men and women, still a thing or two for the experienced to learn. Fresh wisdom to probe and penetrate the rhymes and reasons of wise men and women. Start with God. Start with God. The first step in learning is bowing down to God. Only fools thumb their noses at such wisdom and learning. Pay close attention, friend, to what your father tells you. Never forget what you learned at your mother's knee. Wear their counsel like flowers in your hair, like rings on your fingers. Dear friend, if bad companions tempt you, don't go along with them. If they say, let's go out and raise some hell, let's beat up some old man and mug some old woman, let's pick them clean and get them ready for their funerals. We'll load up on top quality loot. We'll haul it home by the truckload. Join us for the time of your life. With us, it's share and share alike. Oh, friend, don't give them a second look. Don't listen to them for a minute. They're racing to a very bad end, hurrying to ruin everything they lay hands on. Nobody robs a bank with everyone watching. Yet, that's what these people are doing. They're doing themselves in. When you grab all you can get, that's what happens. The more you get, the less you are. Lady Wisdom. Lady Wisdom goes out in the street and shouts. At the town center, she makes her speech. In the middle of the traffic, she takes her stand. At the busiest corner, she calls out, simpletons. How long will you wallow in ignorance? Cynics. How long will you feed your cynicism? Idiots. How long will you refuse to learn? About face. I can revise your life. Look, I'm ready to pour out my spirit on you. I'm ready to tell you all I know. As it is, I've called, but you've turned a deaf ear. I've reached out to you, but you've ignored me. Since you laugh at my counsel and make a joke of my advice, how can I take you seriously? I'll turn the tables and joke about your troubles. What if the roof falls in and your whole life goes to pieces? What if catastrophe strikes and there's nothing to show for your real life but rubble and ashes? You'll need me then. You'll call for me, but don't expect an answer. No matter how hard you look, you won't find me, because you hated knowledge and had nothing to do with the fear of God, because you wouldn't take my advice and brushed aside all of my offers to train you. Well, you've made your bed now. Lie in it. You wanted your own way. Now, how do you like it? Don't you see what happens, you simpletons, you idiots? Carelessness kills. Complacency is a murderer. First, pay attention to me and then relax. Now you can take it easy. You're in good hands.
You never have to wonder what message the message is trying to give us when you hear that.
Exactly.
Pretty fabulous, pretty seriously fabulous. Thank you all for joining us tonight, our faithful friends on purpose, live or on the replay. This is Doc and Queenie Bible Trivia, and we get to welcome Debbie Miller tonight. We love having our faithful friends on purpose able to chime in. And I don't actually know, in 1 year and 1 month of doing Bible Trivia on Doc and Queenie Facebook page, if Debbie Miller has ever missed more than, what do you think, Doc, 1, 2, or 3 questions?
2.
Yeah.
Just 2.
Not bad in 13 months. I say that's a pretty good record.
I think it's a pretty good ratio, pretty good percentage there.
No kidding. All right, let's hit it with Proverbs chapter 2. Wisdom comes from within, angels, the Lord, or Satan. Wisdom comes from within, angels, the Lord, or Satan.
Proverbs 2, verse, I'm guessing 6. For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding.
6 it is. Out of the Lord's mouth comes a two-edged sword, fire and brimstone, wisdom and understanding, wrath. Out of the Lord's mouth comes a two-edged sword, fire and brimstone, wisdom and understanding, wrath.
That would be Proverbs 2, verse 6 again. For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding.
The Lord lays this up for the righteous, a crown of life, a day of reckoning, a thorn in the flesh, sound wisdom. The Lord lays this up for the righteous, a crown of life, a day of reckoning, a thorn in the flesh, or sound wisdom.
Proverbs 2, verse 7. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity.
The Lord is a buckler to them that walk alone, in darkness, in fear, uprightly. The Lord is a buckler to them that walk alone, in darkness, in fear, uprightly.
Okay, so what does a buckler mean there, Queenie?
I think we're going to count
I'm
on
not
Miss
seeing
Debbie.
that in my version.
Yeah. Debbie, what is a buckler, my friend? You are our genius when it comes to words, wordsmith. The Lord is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. Let's see if that works out right. This is verse 7, Doc.
Still verse 7. Okay. Proverbs 2, verse 7. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity.
Shield it is.
Didn't see buckler there, but okay.
Yeah, a buckler and a shield. That must it sounds a little pirate-esque.
Yes, it does.
The Lord preserves them, the way of his saints, memories, our tears, the days departed. The Lord preserves them, the way of the saints, memories, our tears, the days departed.
I'm not sure exactly, other than is it verse
8? Yeah, verse 8.
Okay. Proverbs 2, verse 8, guarding the paths of justice and watching over the way of his saints.
Yeah, thank you, Debbie. Small round shield it is. A buckler is it? Yeah, see, that's what I was actually thinking. It's one of those almost like a breastplate that you wear on your arm kind of thing. Okay, way of his saints, yes. This shall preserve thee. Sound advice, wise counsel, obeying the 10 commandments, discretion. This shall preserve thee. Sound advice, wise counsel, obeying the 10 commandments, discretion.
Proverbs 2, verse 11, discretion will watch over you, understanding will guard you. Discretion or wise counsel. Very good. Yes.
The paths of the woman who has forsaken the God of her youth led here. To life, to pleasure, to repentance, to death. The paths of the woman who has forsaken the God of her youth led here. To life, to pleasure, to repentance, to death.
Proverbs 2, verse 13, who forsake the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness. Or death.
Death it is. None that go into her do this: sin, fall, return, or trust anyone. None that go into her do this: sin, fall, return, trust anyone.
Proverbs 2, verse 19. None who go to her come back, nor do they regain the paths of life.
So glad that you could see that we were on live so we could make sure it works. All right. The upright shall fall, follow the path of death, dwell in the land, see the face of God. The upright shall fall, follow the path of death, dwell in the land, or see the face of God.
Proverbs 2, 21. For the upright will inhabit the land, and those with integrity will remain in it.
The wicked shall cry from their hearts, be fed the food of iniquity, see God, be cut off from the earth. The wicked shall cry from their hearts, be fed the food of iniquity, see God, be cut off from the earth.
Proverbs 2, verse 22. But the wicked will be cut off from the land, and the treacherous will be rooted out of it.
And that takes us to the end of chapter 2, Doc.
Sounds good, Queenie. Shall we
Donna
go to the
and Calvin
message?
are with, absolutely. Donna and Calvin are with us tonight. Debbie Miller, we love having you guys here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's hear what the message says for Proverbs chapter 2.
All right. The title is Make Insight Your Priority. Good friend, take heart what I'm telling you. Collect my counsels and guard them with your life. Tune your ears to the world of wisdom. Set your heart on a life of understanding. That's right, if you make insight your priority and won't take no for an answer, searching for it like a prospector panning for gold, like an adventurer on a treasure hunt, believe me, before you know it, fear of God will be yours. You'll have come upon the knowledge of God, and here's why. God gives out wisdom free, is plain spoken in knowledge and understanding. He's a rich mine of common sense for those who live well, a personal bodyguard to the candid and sincere. He keeps his eye on all who live honestly and pays special attention to his loyally committed ones. So now you can pick out what's true and fair, find all the good trails. Lady Wisdom will be your close friend, and Brother Knowledge your pleasant companion. Good sense will scout ahead for danger. Insight will keep an eye out for you. They'll keep you from making wrong turns or following the bad directions. For those who are lost themselves and can't tell a trial from a tumbleweed, these losers who make a game of evil and throw parties to celebrate perversity, traveling paths that go nowhere, wandering in a maze of detours and dead ends, wise friends will rescue you from the temptress, that smooth talking seductress, who's faithless to the husband she married years ago, never gave a second thought to her promises before God. Her whole way of life is doomed. Every step she takes brings her closer to hell. No one who joins her company ever comes back, ever sets foot on the path to real living. So join the company of good men and women. Keep your feet on the tried and true paths. It's the men who walk straight who will settle this land, the women with integrity who will last here. The corrupt will lose their lives, the dishonest will be gone for good. Wow, wow, wow.
There. Yeah. All right. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are starting now on Proverbs chapter 3. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not toward the evil one, sinners, heaven, thine own understanding. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not toward the evil one, sinners, heaven, or thine own understanding.
Proverbs 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding.
So nice when that is such a common thing that we all know the answer right off the bat.
Yeah.
Fear the Lord and depart from life, death, evil, or safety. Fear the Lord and depart from life, death, evil, or safety.
Proverbs 3, verse 7. Be not wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil.
Look at our faithful friends on purpose have this figured out, I think.
I think so.
Your barns will be full if you give to the poor, honor the Lord with the first fruits, are diligent, are not slothful. Your barns will be full if you give to the poor, honor the Lord with the first fruits, are diligent, are not sinful.
Proverbs 3, verse 9. Honor the Lord with your wealth and with the first fruits of all your produce.
Despise not the chastening of the Lord, because who the Lord loves, he molds, protects, abuses, corrects. Despise not the chastening of the Lord, because who the Lord loves, he molds, protects, abuses, corrects.
Proverbs 3, verse 11. My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline or be weary of his reproof.
Wisdom is more precious than these: diamonds, rubies, raindrops, pearls. Wisdom is more precious than these: diamonds, rubies, raindrops, pearls.
Proverbs 3:15. She is more precious than jewels, and nothing you desire can compare with her.
Do not withhold this from them to whom it is due: charity, evil, good, vengeance. Do not withhold this from them to whom it is due: charity, evil, good, or vengeance.
Can't find it. I lost my way.
At 27.
Yep, I didn't get far enough. I didn't even lose my way. I didn't even get there. Proverbs 3, verse 27. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due when it is in your power to do it.
Do not strive with a man without this: a sword, love, wise words, a cause. Do not strive with a man without this: a sword, love, wise words, a cause.
Proverbs 3, verse 30. Do not contend with a man for no reason when he has done you no harm.
Don't envy him or choose his ways: the king, the devil, the oppressor, thy neighbor. Do not envy him or choose his ways: the king, the devil, the oppressor, thy neighbor.
Proverbs 3, verse 31. Do not envy a man of violence, and do not choose any of his ways.
The Lord scorns the scorners, but gives grace to the lowly, the oppressor, the young, the old. The Lord scorns the scorners, but gives grace to the lowly, the oppressor, the young, the old.
Proverbs 3, verse 33. The Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the dwelling of the righteous.
I was trying to see, you said righteous, Debbie said humble, and this one says lowly. So once again, we're going after the synonyms here, trying to follow along. The wise shall inherit glory, but this shall be the promotion of fools. Nothing, deceit, folly, or shame. The wise shall inherit glory, but this shall be the promotion of fools. Nothing, deceit, folly, or shame.
Proverbs 3, verse 35. The wise will inherit honor, but fools get disgrace.
Shame, dishonor. Look at these words. That's awesome. That's the end of chapter 3, Doc.
Sounds good, Queenie. I'm going to read chapter 3 in the message, and then I have to step out for a second. Just FYI.
Okay.
I'm getting all stuffed up. And I can't breathe.
That's not good.
Breathing is usually good. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Proverbs 3. Don't assume you know it all. Ooh, that's an interesting title, wouldn't you say, Queenie?
Don't assume you know it all. I better write that down.
I better write that down too. Good friend, don't forget all I've taught you. Take it to heart my commands. Uh-oh, they're having trouble. Okay, I just happened to see having trouble with their sound again. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Good friend, don't forget all I've taught you. Take to heart my commands. They'll help you live a long, long time, a long life lived full and well. Don't lose your grip on love and loyalty. Tie them around your neck. Carve their initials on your heart. Earn a reputation for living well in God's eyes and the eyes of the people. Trust God from the bottom of your heart. Don't try to figure out everything on your own. Listen for God's voice in everything you do and everywhere you go. He's the one who will keep you on track. Don't assume that you know it all. Run to God, run from evil. Your body will glow with health. Your very bones will vibrate with life. Honor God with everything you own and give him the first and the best. Your barns will burst, your wine vats will brim over. But don't, dear friend, resent God's discipline. Don't sulk under his loving correction. It's the child he loves that God corrects. A father's delight is behind all of this. The very tree of life. You're blessed when you meet Lady Wisdom. When you make friends with Madam Insight, she's worth far more than money in the bank. Her friendship is better than a big salary. Her value exceeds all the trappings of wealth. Nothing you could wish for holds a candle to her. With one hand she gives long life, with the other she confers recognition. Her manner is beautiful and her life wonderfully complete. She's the very tree of life to those who embrace her. Hold her tight and be blessed. With Lady Wisdom, God formed earth. With Madam Insight, he raised heaven. They knew when to signal rivers and springs to surface, and dew to descend from the night skies. Never walk alone. Dear friend, guard clear thinking and common sense with your life. Don't for a minute lose sight of them. They'll keep your soul alive and well, and they'll keep you fit and attractive. You'll travel safely. You'll neither tire nor trip. You'll take afternoon naps without a worry, and you'll enjoy a good night's sleep. No need to panic over alarms or surprises or predictions that doomsday's just around the corner, because God will be right there with you. He'll keep you safe and sound. Never walk away from someone who deserves help. Your hand is God's hand for that person. Don't tell your neighbor maybe some other time, or try me tomorrow when the money's right there in your pocket. Don't figure ways of taking advantage of your neighbor when he's sitting there trusting and unsuspecting. Don't walk around with a chip on your shoulder, always spoiling for a fight. Don't try to be like those who shoulder their way through life. Why be a bully? Why not, you say? Because God can't stand twisted souls. It's the straightforward who get his respect. God's curse blights the house of the wicked, but he blesses the home of the righteous. He gives proud skeptics a cold shoulder, but if you're down on your luck, he's right there to help. Wise living gets rewarded with honor. Stupid living gets the booby prize. I haven't heard that terminology in a long time.
That's been a while. Yeah.
All right. I apologize. I have to step out for a second.
That's okay. All right. We are appreciating the fact that you guys are here with us tonight live. Welcome to Doc and Queenie Bible Trivia. We are in Proverbs tonight, and right now we are in Proverbs chapter 4. Hear the instruction of a wise man, holy man, wise woman, or father. Hear the instruction of a wise man, holy man, wise woman, father. Perfecto. This is Proverbs 4:1. Hear ye children the instruction of a father, and attend to know understanding. Get this, for it is the principal thing: money, good thoughts, wisdom, morality. Get this, for it is the principal thing: money, good thoughts, wisdom, morality.
Oh, okay.
This is Proverbs 4, verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. You didn't miss many, Doc.
No. It's like I never left.
Take fast hold of mighty men, riches, evil men, or instruction. Take fast hold of mighty men, riches, evil men, or instruction.
Question on that. Is it verse 13? Because, of course, my version is different from yours.
Yes, it's 13.
Okay. Keep hold of instruction. Do not let go. Guard her, for she is your life. Proverbs 4, verse 13.
Enter not into the path of the dogs, horse, wicked, poor. Enter not into the path of the dogs, horse, wicked, or poor.
Proverbs 4:14. Do not enter the path of the wicked, and do not walk in the way of evil.
Evil men can't sleep unless they have money, have done mischief, are warm, or have a pillow. Evil men can't sleep unless they have money, have done mischief, are warm, have a pillow.
Proverbs 4, verse 16. For they cannot sleep unless they have done wrong. They are robbed of sleep unless they have made someone stumble.
The path of the just is as the shining light, straight as an arrow, darkness, gold. The path of the just is as the shining light, straight as an arrow, darkness, or gold.
Proverbs 4, verse 18. But the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, which shines brighter and brighter until full day.
Looks like you and Debbie have the same version. The way of the wicked is as darkness, a bent arrow, a broken stick, a light. The way of the wicked is as darkness, a bent arrow, a broken stick, or a light.
Proverbs 4, verse 19. The way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know over what they stumble.
Don't think I would like that.
Nope.
Keep thy heart with all diligence, for It contains reason. Out of it are the issues of life. No one knows what evil lurks in the heart of man. It is full of lust. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for it contains reason. Out of it are the issues of life. No one knows what evil lurks in the heart of man. It is full of lust.
Proverbs 4:23. Keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flow the springs of life.
Put away from thee childish things, men of counsel, a forward mouth, or greed. Put away from thee childish things, men of counsel, a forward mouth, greed.
Proverbs 4:24. Put away from you crooked speech, and put devious talk far from you.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Devious speech. That's a forward mouth. Remove your foot from this. The land, your shoe, your mouth, or evil. Remove your foot from this. The land, your shoe, your mouth, or evil.
And this is so interesting how different it is. Proverbs 4, verse 26. Ponder the path of your feet, then all your ways will be sure.
Please read to 27 and see if that helps.
Okay. Do not swerve to the right or to the left. Turn your foot away from evil. Evil, evil. Yes. Evil, evil it is.
Wow. That's the end of chapter 4, Doc.
We're just flying there, Queenie.
I know.
Well, here is what the message says. It says, your life is at stake. Listen, friends, to some fatherly advice. Sit up and take notice so you'll know how to live. I'm giving you good counsel. Don't let it go in one ear and out the other. When I was a boy at my father's knee, the pride and joy of my mother, he would sit me down and drill me. Take this to heart. Do what I tell you. Live. Sell everything and buy wisdom. Forage for understanding. Don't forget one word. Don't deviate an inch. Never walk away from wisdom. She guards your life. Love her. She keeps her eye on you. Above all and before all, do this. Get wisdom. Write this at the top of your list. Get understanding. Throw your arms around her. Believe me, you won't regret it. Never let her go. She'll make your life glorious. She'll garland your life with grace. She'll festoon your days with beauty. Dear friend, take my advice. It will add years to your life. I'm writing out clear directions to wisdom way. I'm drawing a map to righteous road. I don't want you ending up in blind alleys or wasting time making wrong turns. Hold tight to good advice. Don't relax your grip. Guard it well, for your life is at stake. Don't take wicked bypass. Don't so much as set a foot on that road. Stay clear of it. Give it a wide berth. Make a detour and be on your way. Evil people are restless unless they are making trouble. They can't get a good night's sleep unless they've made life miserable for somebody. Perversity is their food and drink. Violence, their drug of choice. The ways of the right living people glow with light. The longer they live, the brighter they shine. Travelers can't see a thing. They fall flat on their faces. Whoops, I just skipped the entire verse. But the road of wrongdoing gets darker and darker. Travelers can't see a thing. They fall flat on their faces. Learn it by heart. Dear friend, listen well to my words. Tune your ears to my voice. Keep my message in plain view at all times. Concentrate. Learn it by heart. Those who discover these words live, really live, body and soul. They're bursting with help. Keep vigilant watch over your heart. That's where life starts. Don't talk out of both sides of your mouth and avoid careless banter, white lies, and gossip. Keep your eyes straight ahead. Ignore all slideshow distractions. Watch your step, and the road will stretch out smooth before you. Look neither right nor left. Leave evil in the dust.
When you were reading that, I was thinking, even in the world today, doesn't it seem that there are people that are just not happy unless everything's stirred up?
Yes.
They're just
Yeah.
not happy if there's not animosity and strife going on. And if there ain't none, they're going to make it. So it's always interesting to me.
Yeah, you can come across people that's what they thrive on it.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to thrive on it.
Yeah. And then there is others who all they want is peace, calm, joy, all that stuff. So obviously we get to see who wins, which is pretty fabulous.
Yes.
All right, my friends, thank you for joining us tonight on Doc and Queenie Bible Trivia. We love that you're with us live or certainly on the replay. And we'd like to welcome Calvin and Donna and Debbie and a lot of our faithful friends on purpose. And now we're starting with Proverbs chapter 5.
All right.
My son, attend unto my understanding, that you may regard discretion, great riches, good tidings, thy neighbor's counsel. My son, attend unto my understanding, that you may regard discretion, great riches, good tidings, the neighbor's counsel.
Proverbs 5, verse 2, that you may keep discretion and your lips may guard knowledge.
The lips of a strange woman drop as ice, dung, a honeycomb, or rain. The lips of a strange woman drop as ice, dung, a honeycomb, or rain.
Proverbs, Proverbs 5, verse 3, for the lips of a forbidden woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil.
Her mouth, there we go. Her mouth is smoother than glass, ice, a river, oil. Her mouth is smoother than glass, ice, a river, oil. Doc, when you read that, what was the strange woman synonym?
Forbidden woman.
Forbidden, okay.
So that's verse 3. For the lips of a forbidden woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil.
Her end is bitter as new wine, wormwood, rotten fruit, spoiled apples. Her end is bitter as new wine, wormwood, rotten fruit, spoiled apples.
Proverbs 5, verse 4. But in the end, she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword.
Stay away from her, lest strangers be filled with thy murmuring, honor, wealth, or dignity. Stay away from her, lest strangers be filled with thy murmuring, honor, wealth, or dignity.
This kind of looks like it's verses 8 and 9 that they tie together. So I was going to read both. Excuse me. Proverbs 5, verse 8. Keep your way far from her, and do not go near the door of her house, lest you give your honor to others and your years to the merciless. Can't read either today.
This one says wealth as the answer. Lest they give thine honor. Honor and wealth seem to be synonymous in this case. Strangers be filled with thy wealth, laborers be in the house of a stranger. Yeah, these versions, it'd be fun if they were synonymous, actually. Yeah. Stay away from her, lest you mourn at the last when your family disowns you, Your wife has become another's. Your flesh and body are consumed. Your eyes are filled with darkness. Stay away from her, lest you mourn at last when your family disowns you. Your wife has become another's. Your flesh and body are consumed. Your eyes are filled with darkness.
I do
11.
believe that 11, did you say? Yeah. And 11 says, and at the end of your life you groan when your flesh and body are consumed.
Ew.
Yeah.
Drink waters and not wines from the fountain of life, from a heavenly spring, from your own well. Drink waters and not wines from the fountain of life, from a heavenly spring, from your own well.
Proverbs 5, verse 15. Drink water from your own cistern, flowing water from your own well.
I like Debbie's answer better.
Yes.
Oh, so I'm telling you what, that girl is one nice supporter. Rejoice with the saints of old, the good and godly, singing and dancing, the wife of your youth. Rejoice with the saints of old, the good and godly, singing and dancing, the wife of your youth.
Proverbs 5:18. Let your fountain be blessed and rejoice in the wife of your youth.
The ways of a man are before the congregation, the lusts of his heart, all to see, or the eyes of the Lord. The ways of a man are before the congregation, the lusts of his heart, all to see, or the eyes of the Lord.
Proverbs 5:21. For a man's ways are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths.
His own iniquities shall take the wicked himself, and shall be holden with the cords of his sins, his thoughts, his memory, or corruption. His own iniquities shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sins, his thoughts, his memory, or corruption.
Proverbs 5:22. The iniquities of the wicked ensnare him, and he is held fast in the cords of his sins.
That is the end of Proverbs 5, Doc.
Wow. Excuse me. Sorry about that. All right. So Proverbs 5 in the Message sounds like this, Queenie. Nothing but sin and bones. Dear friend, pay close attention to this. My wisdom, listen very closely the way I see it. Then you'll acquire a taste for good sense. What I tell you will keep you out of trouble. The lips of a seductive woman are oh so sweet. Her soft words are oh so smooth. But it won't be long before she's gravel in your mouth, a pain in your gut, a wound in your heart. She's dancing down the primrose path to death. She's headed straight for hell and taking you with her. She hasn't a clue about real life, about who she is or where she's going. So, my friend, listen closely. Don't treat my words casually. Keep your distance from such a woman. Absolutely stay out of her neighborhood. You don't want to squander your wonderful life, to waste your precious life among the hard-hearted. Why should you allow strangers to take advantage of you? Why be exploited by those who care nothing for you? You don't want to end your life full of regrets, nothing but sin and bones, saying, oh, why didn't I do what they told me? Why did I reject a disciplined life? Why didn't I listen to my mentors or take my teachers seriously? My life is ruined. I haven't one blessed thing to show for my life. Never take love for granted. Do you know the saying, drink from your own rain barrel, draw water from your own spring fed well? It's true. Otherwise, you may one day come home and find your barrel empty and your well polluted. Your spring water is for you and you only, not to be passed around among strangers. Bless your fresh flowing fountain. Enjoy the wife you married as a young man. Lovely as an angel, beautiful as a rose, don't ever quit taking delight in her body. Never take her love for granted. Why would you trade enduring intimacies for cheap thrills with a whore? For dalliance with a promiscuous stranger? Mark well that God doesn't miss a move you make. He's aware of every step you take. The shadow of your sin will overtake you. You'll find yourself stumbling all over yourself in the dark. Death is the reward of an undisciplined life. Your foolish decisions trap you in a dead end.
I think we've got just enough time for one more chapter. What do you think?
Sounds good, Queenie. We'll do the speed round.
Turbocharge. Proverbs
Right.
6. Here we go. A little sleep, a little slumber, and they want shall come, as an armed man, as a locust, as a thief in the night, without warning. A little sleep, a little slumber, and thy want shall come, as an armed man, as a locust, as a thief in the night, without warning.
I'm trying to find it. Speed
It's
round.
10 and 11.
10 and 11. Okay. I obviously didn't get far enough. Proverbs 6, 10 and 11. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon like a robber, and want like an armed man.
A wicked man devises this continually. Prosperity, mischief, plans he does not keep, how to cheat his neighbor. A wicked man devises this continually. Prosperity, mischief, plans he does not keep, how to cheat his neighbor.
Proverbs 6, verse 14. With perverted heart devises evil, continuing sowing discord.
A wicked man sows on a land that's not his, on stony ground, but does not reap discord. A wicked man sows on land that is not his, on stony ground, but does not reap discord.
That looks like verse 14 again. With perverted heart devises evil, continually sowing discord.
Stirs up trouble. That's good, Debbie. How
Troublemaker.
shall the wicked man's calamity come? By the hand of a friend? Before all to see? Suddenly, or with warnings? How shall the wicked man's calamity come? By the hand of a friend? Before all to see? Suddenly, or with warnings?
Proverbs 6, verse 15. Therefore, calamity will come upon him suddenly. In a moment, he will be broken beyond healing.
For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a dog, a savage, a boy, a piece of bread. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a dog, a savage, a boy, a piece of bread.
Proverbs 6, verse 26. For the price of a prostitute is only a loaf of bread, but a married woman hunts down a precious life.
Can a man take fire in his bosom and live, talk, his clothes not be burned, not feel the heat? Can a man take fire in his bosom and live, talk, his clothes not be burned, or not feel the heat?
Proverbs 6, verse 27. Can a man carry fire next to his chest and his clothes not be burned?
Whoever touches his neighbor's wife shall pay with his life, not be innocent, not be forgiven, be considered a thief. Whoever touches his neighbor's wife shall pay with his life, not be innocent, not be forgiven, be considered a thief.
Proverbs 6:29. So he who goes in to his neighbor's wife, none who touches her will go unpunished.
Men do not despise a thief if he steals from a stranger, from a foreign land, and gives to the poor, or when he is hungry. Men do not despise a thief if he steals from a stranger, from a foreign land, and gives to the poor, or when he is hungry.
Proverbs 6, verse 30. People do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his appetite when he is hungry.
If a thief is caught, he must restore fivefold, sevenfold, 30-fold, 100-fold. If a thief is caught, he must restore fivefold, sevenfold, 30-fold, 100-fold.
Proverbs 6, verse 31. But if he is caught, he will pay sevenfold. He will give all the goods of his house.
I think Debbie knows seven's your number. He who commits adultery destroys his name, his soul, his integrity, his reputation. He who commits adultery destroys his name, his soul, his integrity, his reputation.
Proverbs 6, verse 32. He who commits adultery lacks sense. He who does it destroys himself.
That completes chapter 7.
Well, thank you, Queenie, and thank you, everyone, Debbie and Donna and Calvin and everybody that's watching the replay, or maybe people that aren't participating and watching. We've had that too. Yep. We so greatly appreciate your participation, and we so greatly appreciate all of the support we've had. And it's been a great Thursday. So we do this every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Or if you want to check out Doc and Queenie on Mondays at high noon. We do high noon Facebook Live, Doc and Queenie. So have a blessed evening and have a blessed weekend. I'm sad that the Chiefs aren't in the Super Bowl, but I guess we'll just have to kind of push through to watch the Bengals lose.
Tell us how you really feel, Doc.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Queenie.
Thank you, Doc. Good night, everyone.
Good night.